I think that's Ian Blake occupying pole position. Yes, it is at the moment, but that has the look of somebody who's perhaps waiting for the pole man to come by him. Tyler Mays showing in third. Ray Norris has moved to the outside of the front row now. Ben Yarwood behind him on grid 4. Jack Harding has fallen back onto grid 6. Circulating round the small loop. Start finish for sprints is over in its old position, but the finish line is below me, just through Billy's blind. Getting ready to go. So the pace cart pulls off. Ian Blake drops the hammer, and Ray Norris has missed this start by a mile. Tyler Mays is through to second as they swing through what would normally be turn 1, but is the last corner. And it's Blake under pressure from Tyler Mays as they go down through Billy's blind into the long right-hander. Will they all make it through cleanly? Well, surprisingly, yes, they will. Tom Dix in third place at the line. Down the back straight, and Dix is straight down the inside of Tyler Mays for second place, and Blake leads by 2-3 kart lengths from Tom Dix. Tyler Mays, Ray Norris in fourth, trying to recover. Jack Harding trying to join this group to make it a 5-way break. Ben Yarwood is holding up Pete O'Connor in their fight for sixth place. Steve Brown behind O'Connor. Then it's Jay Elliott, Joe Holmes, the championship leader, Brandon Williams in 11th. And it's all fairly good-humoured and fairly easy going off the start, and Dix is looking for the lead. So Blake has towed Dix clear, and Dix now is looking for the lead here. We battle for third. Harding inside of Mays, gets his elbows out, gets it done at the horseshoe. And Ray Norris moves through on his bumper. And it's Blake. Blake leading by 0.25 of a second, or basically a kart length, into the S's. There's a sort out beginning to happen behind. It's all come back together. Harding has made his way at the front. It's Harding, Norris and Mays side by side, and here comes Steve Brown. Oh, and Brown is out. The champion. Well, I think that's the first mistake of the season I've seen from Steve Brown. Went for a gap that was closing. Might have been pinged for a cone penalty. Instead, he spun out in a clash with Tyler Mays. There'll be precious few points from this heat to count to his grid for the final. So a lot of work now for the reigning champion. It might not be his day. So down at the hairpin, it's still Blake into the horseshoe ahead of Tom Dix, who seems happy to follow. Harding has got a couple of kart lengths now on Norris, Tyler Mays, Pete O'Connor, and Joe Holmes is fighting hard with Brandon Williams and Darren Teal. Brandon Williams all in the white. Teal's moved ahead of him and onto the bumper of Joe Holmes in kart number 18, kart number 16. Seems to be somebody off. Oh dear. Is that Lisicella? It is. He looks a little bit winded. And who did he go off with? We're looking for who that is. Kart number 11. James Hattersley. Oh dear. Not a good start. Anyway, meanwhile, back in the fight. Pete O'Connor. Trying to put the pressure on Tyler Mays down the inside. And he's through. But Mays comes straight back at him into the S's. This is the battle for fifth place. a bit busy in the midfield. They're looking at the battle for what looks about 9th place. Brandon Williams is leading under pressure from Ed Bars. Jay Elliott into the S's, they go. Mays, Darren Teal getting run out of it. Ed Bars has gone through in kart 14, but Teal's able to come back at him. A bit of a mistake there from Bars, should have covered that one off. And he's now under pressure from Jay Elliott, all in white. Stuart Martin, oh, as my camera work goes to pot. And Dan Healy. Ah, this is a tricky spot to film from. Let's catch up with our race leader, which is now Tom Dix. No, it's not. It's still Ian Blake, who's pulled out a couple of kart lengths on Tom Dix. I think Tom's had a pop at trying to get into the lead over start-finish, but I think Ian's hung on. Jack Harding in 3rd. Ray Norris in 4th. Joe Holmes, Pete O'Connor, Ed Bars, Darren Teal, and Jay Elliott under pressure from, I think that's Dan Healy. So Teal in 5, Jay Elliott, Dan Healy. This is the battle for 8th place. Looks as though Elliott might be struggling here. Brandon Williams now looking for a way by. Minute and a half from the finish. Will Tom Dix make one big last push to try and win this first heat, or is he satisfied with 2nd place? That's the question. On the bumper of race leader Ian Blake. Harding in 3rd, Norris, Holmes coming through the field, Pete O'Connor, Ed Bars. There's a big dice going on behind Brandon Williams in 11th, and we do like a tear-up. Healy on the grass, Longman to the inside, Mears to the outside. 3 wide into the long right-hander, not quite the calm down. Stuart Martin's in there as well. 33 seconds left. And where has Ian Blake gone? Ian Blake is parked just before the S's. Now, has there been contact? The final lap board is out. Tom Dix leads. Jack Harding. Everyone moves up one as Ian Blake is plunged down the scoreboard. And I'm sorry we've missed that. Need more cameramen. Just saying. So Dix, Harding, Norris, Holmes, Bars, O'Connor. That's how it's going to finish, I think. Teal, Elliott, Brandon Williams in 10th, I think. Could be 9th place now with the demise of Ian Blake as they come across to finish. Tom Dix wins heat number 1 ahead of Jack Harding, Ray Norris, Joe Holmes, Ed Bars in 5th, Pete O'Connor, Darren Teal, Jay Elliott, Brandon Williams, Dan Healy makes up the top 10, David Longman, Tyler Mears, Stuart Martin, Steve Brown finished in 14th, just ahead of Ian Blake, 15th, Ben Yarwood, Dan Truman, James Hattersley, and Jonathan Listener parked up in the pits a few laps ago.